Chicago, like most big cities, has its fair share of unsolved crime. And in most of these cases, somebody saw or heard something. Somebody may have seen a suspicious person, a car driving away from the scene, or simply overheard somebody talking about the case. With your help, we can put these criminals behind bars where they belong. Here in Chicago, we have too many unsolved murders. We need your help. In these cases, the police department is only as strong as the citizens that get involved. Oftentimes, all the detectives need is a tip, a start. Somebody to call in and say, I saw something. Any little information that you know can be the impetus to solve the entire case. On tonight's episode, we'll take a look at the case of Harry Rodriguez Jr. On October 23rd, 2011, Harry Rodriguez Jr., a fun-loving guy, was throwing himself a birthday party with family and friends. Unbeknownst to Harry, a fight had broken out outside the party. Minutes later, a gunman entered the party and opened fire, striking Harry. Here's his story.
When I had my son DJ, we call him DJ Harry, I was so happy just to have a son. I remember when we were in the hospital and some of my family members came and they said, oh, we don't like Harry. We gotta give him another name. So decided to name him DJ. The only time we called him Harry when he did something wrong, he knew he was in trouble. I remember when he first started taking his first steps. Oh my God, did I love that so much. When he started saying mommy or reaching out for things, you know, and he was very, very attached to me when he was a baby. I couldn't go nowhere without him. I tried to hide and go out, and he would start screaming, you know, I want my mommy, I want my mommy.
Elizabeth has always been a mom to do everything for her kids. She would do everything and anything, and I just felt that love within that family. I remember when DJ was gonna be 15 years old. It was a full-blown out party. I was pretty impressed, and it really showed me how much love his mother had to do something that big for him.
He was a good child, not because he's my son, but he was a loving person. Right now, if you will walk in here and you would say, hey, I need $1, and that was the last dollar he had in his pocket, he would give it to you without thinking twice.
On April 27th of 2011, my brother, Alex Mojica, was killed. And it was such a shock for the family to find out 5 months later that DJ was also killed through gang violence.
On the 23rd of October 2011, Harry Rodriguez was hosting a birthday party for himself at his residence at 2051 North LeClaire in Chicago. In the early morning hours of the 23rd, one of the participants in the party was leaving the residence. That subject was accosted outside the party by 4 unknown individuals. These individuals inquired as to the gang affiliation of the partygoers. They were told that no, it was just a birthday party, there was no gang affiliation, it was not a gang party. At this point, these 4 subjects began to batter this victim, who was able to flee the area relatively unharmed. A short time after this, one of the subjects who fit the description of one of the offenders in the battery entered the apartment where Harry Rodriguez was having his party, produced a handgun, and fired multiple gunshots indiscriminately inside the house. One individual was struck and seriously injured. Harry Rodriguez was struck and killed by the gunfire. The offender fled out of the building, out of the rear, down the stairs and into the alley. At this point, other partygoers went to the window to attempt to identify what was going on. There was at least one other subject with this offender. They began yelling gang slogans and fled out into the alley.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep. I heard my cell phone ring. I picked it up. It was my aunt. She asked me if I was by myself, and I told her, no, I'm here with Pascual. And she goes, could I speak with him? I said, sure. And he goes, who got shot? And then I heard her say, DJ.
I had never turned off my cell phone. And for some reason that night, I turned off my phone. The next morning I turned on my phone and it rang instantly when I got the call from my sister to tell me that DJ was killed. That just shattered my heart.
I remember that I drove to the hospital. Not even 2 minutes I got there, the doctor came out. And she told me, I'm so sorry. We tried to do everything we could for your son. And I told her, no. Don't tell me that my son is dead, no.
Have you been in an accident? Have you been the victim of discrimination or had your rights violated? Have you been injured? If so, the lawyers at Hale Law would love to talk to you. We offer a free consultation. Call me, Andy Hale, 312-870-6926. 312-870-6926. I look forward to talking with you about your case.
On the 23rd of October 2011, Harry Rodriguez was hosting a party. An altercation occurred outside that party. An unknown offender entered the residence, fired multiple gunshots, and Harry Rodriguez was struck by the gunfire and killed.
We were still mourning my brother's death. But for her to have to deal with that pain, and 5 months later, a second death within our family was brutal.
I'm not the same as I was before. I keep a lot to myself, in my house. I don't visit as you used to, visiting my family, visiting friends. I don't do that. It's like I'm keeping myself away from from everyone, Before I go to sleep, I always ask God, Father God, please, let me go to sleep and let DJ be here tomorrow. Or I hear somebody knocking in the door and I said, that's DJ.
Her and my mom are the best of friends. And it's so ugly that they have to share something like that in common. It was just very hard for us, very hard for the family, very hard for our friends. Elizabeth has always sought out justice for her son. She was out in the streets determined to find who killed her son. And I felt some sense of guilt as to why I wasn't doing anything for my brother. Why I wasn't helping her, because we felt her pain, it was too close to home. And I admired her so much for doing that, being out there in the streets, putting her life in danger.
We're standing in front of the residence where Harry Rodriguez resided. Harry Rodriguez had his birthday party here on the 23rd of October, 2011. During the early morning hours, one of the partygoers left the party out the front gate here and was confronted by 4 individuals on the street. This partygoer was battered by these individuals but was able to flee. A short time after that, a subject that fit a general description of one of these individuals entered the home and fired multiple gunshots into the residence, striking and killing Harry Rodriguez and wounding another subject inside the party. After the shooting, detectives responded to the scene. They were able to interview numerous witnesses who were attendees at the party. The witnesses related to the detectives that the offenders, after the shooting, fled from the rear of the residence. Prior to entering the alley, the offenders turned and flashed gang signs back up at the window at the remaining parties that were inside the house. The offenders then fled down the alley northbound. The detectives interviewed numerous individuals, were able to document and collect physical evidence from the scene.
I need to get justice for him, I'm his voice, I'm his mother, I'm the one that had him. And please, give yourself up. Do you want your mother to go through my pain that I'm going through? You still got time. Please, I beg you from the bottom of my heart to turn yourself in.
If you know of anything, please help us. Don't let it hit close to home for you to do something. Partner up with us as moms, fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, family, friends. Help us see justice.
Harry Rodriguez was killed inside his residence, minding his own business with his friends by subjects with obvious no regard for human life. This affects communities. The community should be outraged about this. Right now we're looking for a subject who is described as a male Hispanic, approximately 5'6". Anybody with information concerning this homicide, please contact Area North Detective Division at area code 312-744-8261. Anybody with information can ask for any supervisor in the homicide section concerning this incident.
The cases you just watched remain unsolved, and we need your help. If you have any information on tonight's episode or any other cases, please give our detectives a call. We need our communities to come together so we can take back our streets and make our neighborhoods a safer place.